A lone American soldier was assigned guard duty over the gathered supplies through the frigid night hours in war-torn Korea. When Albert Potter was shipped off to Korea, he wasn't sure what he would have to do there. He had liked his duties assisting some of the dentist officers who were drafted to take care of the soldiers' teeth, and was grateful that he was not on the direct front line. But tonight, he was armed and ordered to protect these supplies. He was cold, tired, and stuck there until he would be relieved at the light of the new day. He knew he wasn't there that night to stop the enemy. He was there to deter the starving, homeless victims caught in the middle of this desperate tug-of-war. These poor people had lost nearly every possession, and for many, they had also lost family members in the conflict. It wasn't considered a real war, but when the bullets and shells got flying, it sure seemed like the real thing. When you're on guard duty, your mind will leap all over looking for meaning and hope. He had a young pregnant wife back in the States. What will he do and be if he makes it back home? This soldier prayed that he would not have to deter any refugees, especially when he was ordered to shoot if necessary. This situation didn't seem right to him. Impressions were confirmed to him over those nights of guard duty. He was so grateful that he never had to shoot anyone, but he also wanted to be the type of soldier for God that would give generously of his supplies where he could help others. Having been raised doing farm chores, he didn't think it was the best thing to give out handouts, but to also foster hard work and meaningful dedication to what is right. Like all of us, when we look back on some of the good things we once had hoped to do, we first remember the things when we came up short or didn't do what we had once resolved. I'm sure my dad had some of those times, but there were also those times when I wondered as his son why my dad cared about some of the things as much as he did. I understand now that his idea to try to assist and enable others to make a difference for good didn't come to him only during his years of military service. It was at the very heart of his roots. Dad sometimes shocked me with how generous and kind he could be with others. When he became a dentist himself, patient after patient he would help, even if they did not have the money to pay. He did not have the gentlest bedside manner, and he was tough on his office workers, expecting his dental assistants to work as hard as he did. He expected a lot, but if he ever complimented what you did, you knew you had done something good. It has been my observation that people tend to either grow sweeter or rottener as they age. I'm honored to state that Dad, or DP as we sometimes call him, has been turning sweeter. This could be the main reason he's lived to his 90s. It is a powerful example to see him positively accept his health and aging challenges, and with kindness and gratitude, respecting those who associate and care for him. On my last visit, Dad passed on to me his military uniform, but he didn't turn in his uniform for God's army. We each have many times where we have to choose how we will seek to live life. I'm grateful for those times where I can look and see examples of kindness and generosity from that Christian soldier, Albert Ray Potter, my dad. Oh, he still has his rough edges, but that actually gives me hope for what I may be able to do and be in my own life. Thanks, Dad.
Our Father's mercy from His lighthouse evermore, but to us the shore. Let the Lord lights be burning, send a gleam across the field. Some poor fainting, struggling soldier, you may rescue, you may save. Bring your feeble lambs, my brothers, some poor soldier in exhaust, trying now to make the shelter in the darkness may be lost. Let the lower lights be burning, send a gleam across the field. Some poor fainting, struggling soldier, you may rescue, you may save.
When Ed and I were engaged and I went to go meet the family, Abe took us to an engagement dinner at Fred Harvey's Top of the Wheel in Lake Tahoe, and it was a beautiful meal. It was a really fun celebratory occasion. After Edwin was born, Abe told us he knew how miserable it was dealing with all those diapers. So for the duration of Edwin using diapers, Abe paid for diaper service and even paper diapers as needed, as with following kids.
Wow.
I remember the first time I saw Abe playing with Edwin as a baby, and he did these cutest little things with him where he did tweedle, deedle, deedle, dee, and moved his legs, and he had so much fun playing with little babies. I just love that about him. When Sarah was born, Abe and Vivian were so thrilled to have a sweet little granddaughter, and they mailed us a large box filled with the cutest little girl's clothes and all the necessities. Ed and I were shocked at the never-ending supply of all the necessities that they sent. We were so thrilled, and it was fun to dress not only Sarah but Christina in many of those outfits, and they looked so cute in them. Abe was so gracious to do a lot of dental work for me, and really fine work. When I went to other dentists, they would always comment on what good work had been done on my teeth. He also had the task of removing my wisdom teeth, which was not easy because I have extra nerves or something, and he worked so hard to numb them and never really completely numbed it, but he sure tried.
Let's see those chompers now.
No. Another major blessing by Abe and Vivian were taking our children one summer when we were having a difficult time. And I really appreciated the support and the help it was. And Vivian was so good at trying to keep a certain schedule, a routine with them, because we'd worked so hard to get that routine of chores and practicing, and I really was blessed by the work that you both did. Abe and cousin Matt came and installed beautiful kitchen cabinetry, and in the study cabinets, and between our dining room and living room, a custom unit that has just been fabulous, and bookshelves in our living room, and we just have loved it and have served us so well and have such tender feelings about you for doing that for us and made our home so livable. Also, all the times we had wonderful Thanksgivings with you in St. George. They were so delightful, and we have such sweet memories about that. Thank you. It's been fun thinking about these things and how you have really blessed and impacted our lives, Abe, and I wish you the happiest birthday. Thank you for all you've done to bless me and our family. Love you. Bye.
Happy birthday, Grandpapa. I love you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Grandpa Potter. We love you.
haven't heard his voice, but his spirit speaks to my heart. I haven't felt his hands, but I have felt his peace. And blessed are those who haven't seen and still believe that he lives, and still believe that he walked upon the earth. And though my faith is just a seed, I still believe. I didn't walk with him, but each day he's here by my side. I didn't watch as he healed, but his love has changed my life. I didn't see the cross, but I know it was for me. And blessed are those who haven't seen and still believe that he lives, and still believe that he walked upon the earth. And though my faith is just a seed, I still believe. I haven't seen his eyes, but someday he'll look into mine. And when he bids me come, I will worship at his feet. For blessed are those who haven't seen and still believe.
Happy birthday, Grandpa Potter. Some of my favorite memories with you are going to the park and feeding the ducks, and in Panda Express with you. I also love how we both love horses. Happy birthday, Grandpa Potter. I love you.
Birthday, Grandpa. I have a great memory of you when it was at our wedding reception, Sarah and I's wedding reception, and I learned that I was a drugstore cowboy. Yeehaw! Thank you.
Here's a few things that I love about Grandpa Potter, and I remember always how Grandma and Grandpa Potter came to my wedding. They drove all the way to Mesa, Arizona, and they were there. They were super supportive and loving, and it was so nice having them there. I remember how we used to go to the Thanksgiving weekends at their house and just have so much fun. You guys were the best hosts, always made us feel great, and we always had tons of fun, and always have been super sweet with our kids. One memory I love was when Ashton was little, he went to a park by your house, and while he was swinging, he let go and fell and hit his face, his nose in different places. And when he came back home, Grandpa Potter looked at him and said, "What did you do? Fight with the floor?" And we always laugh about that. Another thing I remember is last time we went there, Grandpa was doing family search work. And I remember we got to sit with him and look at some of the stuff he was doing, and then show some of the stuff we were doing. And he showed us the book, of the Potter family and all the great stories, told us some stories, and it was just a beautiful time to spend with the family and learn more about the Potter family. So thank you, Grandpa. Happy birthday, and I love you.
Jesus climbed the hill to the garden still. His steps were heavy and slow. Love and a prayer took him there to the place only he could go. Gethsemane, Jesus loves me, so he went willingly to Gethsemane. He felt all that was sad, wicked or good, all the pain we would ever know. While his friends were asleep, he fought to keep his promise made long ago. Gethsemane, Jesus loves me, so he went willingly to Gethsemane. Hardest thing that ever was done, the greatest pain that ever was won, the biggest battle that ever was won. This was done by Jesus. The fight was won by Jesus. Gethsemane, Jesus loves me, so he gave his gift to me. Jesus loves me, so he gave his gift to me. From Gethsemane.
That's my boy. That's my boy.
You guys were awesome. That was great. You're gonna
Grandpa, I'm standing here right in front of Potter Street, something that's near and dear to my heart, that I get to see that every day. Reminds me that I'm a Potter. Wearing your Stetson hat, diamond edition. Diamond still missing because of that cowgirl who borrowed it that one time. Also a good memory. But I want to wish you a very happy 93rd birthday, and I also want to tell you how much I love you. I can remember so many memories, but I remember my first time holding on to a sheep for dear life at a rodeo. I won a kite, and I was hoping so bad to make you proud because I loved that you were a cowboy. I also remember when I got home from my mission and you gave me the car, the Ford Explorer, which was such a huge blessing because I needed some help in that department. And not only that, but you guys brought it to me, and that was such a blessing because I didn't really have much money for driving it all the way from St. George to have that kind of gas money. And then, of course, my favorite memory of all time is when I brought one other fellow home to, well, not home, I went to your home to meet you, and we were leaving and you closed the door behind him as he goes outside with Grandma Vivian, and you turn to me and you say, "We like Zeke. We want Zeke." I couldn't have agreed with you more because you know what? I love Zeke, and I'm so glad I chose Zeke. And having you there as we got married and your support all the way through as we've been raising our family and just seeing how much they love you is so tender and sweet to me. I love you. I'm so grateful for all that you've done for me, and I wish you the happiest birthday.
Happy birthday, Grandpa. We hope it's a wonderful one. We are excited to be able to reminisce on the memories and the reasons why we love you and to celebrate the many different life experiences you've had. And one of the memories that I cherish about you is when you and Vivian paid for me to have violin lessons for years during high school. And at that time in my life, there was a lot going on. I had a lot of doubt. I was working through some traumatic experiences that made me question my self-worth. I felt like there wasn't anything I was good at. And reflecting back, I realized that being in orchestra in high school was such a source of joy for me. And realizing that being first or second chair, meaning being in the front and being a leader in orchestra, really holds some weight and shows that I was valued and that I was good at playing the violin. And working with Jan Hepworth, who was my violin teacher that you paid lessons for with, was such a joy for me. And it opened opportunities for me, like being able to try out and make it to regional orchestras. And that had been a big accomplishment, a goal of mine. And being able to be in that orchestra twice was very meaningful for me. I also had the opportunity recently of being able to celebrate your birthday by writing a violin part for Danny Boy, as we wanted to perform that as a family, to show you how much you mean to us and that we love you. And taking those violin lessons all those years ago gave me the confidence to be able to do that. And it was a neat experience for my younger siblings and my husband and my daughter, who haven't seen me really play the violin, for them to be able to see that and witness that. So that was choice. Thank you. Another thing that I want to tell you that's very meaningful to me is there were years for me where I was not active at church. And having a change of heart and coming back in the way that you continue to show unconditional love to me, you and Vivian both, just meant the world to me. And having a husband now who is not able to have a relationship with his biological family, he's adopted, it's really meaningful to me that you were able to express interest in wanting to meet Don, and for my father to be able to meet Don and have a relationship with him. That's been a positive thing. And I just want you to know that by having that change of heart and by embracing that, my love and my respect grew for you so much, because having gone through challenges in my life, you have shown me that we can face our challenges and that we're better for it. We can do hard things. And I just want you to know that I have great love and respect for you. And I wish you the most wonderful birthday. Bye.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Grandpa. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, here we go, Grandpa. I'm doing this for you.
Use your folder. Everybody help him.
Look at all the smoke! That's a lot of smoke!
Landon got a face full of smoke.
Lanny has secondhand smoke there.
Black lung just now.
Crack a window.
Oh my goodness. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.